Good morning and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Angela and I'm an intuitive card reader and astrologer. This is a reading for the collective for the week ahead. So take what serves you and leave the rest. I do offer personal tarot readings, so contact me below in the comments or email me to find out more. Now before we get into the reading, let's cleanse the space orally. So if you're sensitive to sound, please turn down your volume. Okay, here we go. Right. Well, that's really changed the focus. Okay. Well, I wanted to talk about what kind of card reader I am. And I'm mostly a tarot card reader. I find oracle cards very wishy-washy and really ambiguous. And I went down to the local fair this weekend and had my own cards read by another reader. And I stopped her to start with and I said, oh, I thought this was going to be a tarot card reading. And she's like, oh, no, I don't use tarot cards. This is, in fact, like somewhere where they'd put signs up saying tarot readings. And then she said, oh, no, it was a room with a lot of tables and there was probably about 10 readers because they're very popular. She said, oh, I don't think any of the readers in here use tarot cards. So I find it quite strange how people are really scared of tarot cards. It's very strange. But if you want a message from Spirit, and if you want a clear message, rather than a message that just says, oh, God loves you or something like that, which is not very helpful if you're needing to know outcomes and things, tarot is the best. So anyway, enough of my whinge. Let's get into today's reading. So, my cat has just left the bed where we're all nice and cozy because she doesn't like the bell and doesn't like me moving and talking in the bed either. But let's get into it. Let's find out what's on the cards for this week ahead. So angels, guides, ancestors, please give us the cards for this week. Well, so 3 have dropped out. We have got the Hierophant, the Knight of Wands, and the Nine of Swords. And we have the Knight of Swords on the bottom. Those tarot cards are a little, always a little hard to get in focus, but hopefully you can see them a little bit there. Let's see what happens if I hit this. Apologies while I try and refocus and get some of the words. Is that better? Maybe, maybe not. Anyway, you can see the images. Right, Spirit, please clarify for us. That's too many. Very chatty today. Right. Please clarify the first 3 cards that we've pulled for the collective today, for the week ahead. So we have the Lovers, we have the Page of Wands, and the King of Swords. And we have the King of Hearts, King of Cups on the bottom of the deck in this one. And the light is shining right on the Lovers. So this week is going to be about traditions, conventions, conformity, education, knowledge, and our belief systems. There could be some spiritual wisdom coming to you this week, and it could be from your religious beliefs or about your religious beliefs, or that could have something to do with it. Now, the Hierophant is the marriage card, but it also represents contracts. So the clarifier that Spirit has given us is the Lovers card. And so that this combination together has 2 meanings, and I'm thinking this week to come, it is about contracts. And that means that you're probably going to have 2 offers coming in this week. Two offers. And there are 2 red stars depicted on this card. So they are going to be good offers. And you are going to be in the spotlight. Good or bad, you're going to be in the spotlight. But the Hierophant represents that we will be in the process of continual learning. Now, a lot of card readers, when they pull 3 cards, they read past, present, or future. But unless you're asking for the past, present, or future reading, the first card you actually pull is the most important one that you pull for the reading. So the Hierophant is our anchor card and clarified by the Lovers. So that is the most important. And it's indicating that whatever situations we've got ourselves into, whatever these contracts are about, sorry, I can't stop fiddling with the cards. It's a process of continual learning for you. We never know what situations are in our best interests, but Spirit does know. Now, the Hierophant and the Lovers together is also a yes to whatever question you're asking. And then we have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is courageous, energetic, charming, passionate, adventurous, free-spirited. He's impulsive, rebellious, hot-tempered, and driven. He is the hero. So I feel that there's someone rushing to your rescue this week. Rushing to your rescue. So this process of continual learning you're going through, people are on your side. And it is a Knight of Wands, a fiery Knight of Wands rushing to your rescue. Now, it could mean that there's a proposal being presented. These contracts are a proposal that's being presented to you. And it's clarified with the Page of Wands. So just remember that court cards are not necessarily the gender they depict. They just embody the energy. So the Page of Wands is a very youthful energy. The Knights are a little bit more solid when they start to take action in young adulthood. And Queens are the mature and wise women, and the Kings are mature and wise men, but not particularly any gender, just the energy that embodies. So this Princess of Wands is actually very beautiful. It has the butterflies. Again, we've got the 2. So there's definitely two offers coming in. 2 contracts, 2 choices, 2 options perhaps. This Knight of Wands who's rushing to your rescue with proposals, they're going to be offering you 2 options. So think very carefully about what you're going to be considering and whether you accept it or not. Although I would say with all this good energy around, that they are good offers. It'll just be about choosing which option is the best for you. As you can see on this card, there's a path leading forward. So these proposals that are being presented to you are presenting you with a path forward in a certain situation. There may have been a tricky situation you've ended up in. And that happens from time to time in life. Life doesn't always go smoothly, but it's about how we respond and about dealing with issues in a responsible manner. So the Knight of Swords is a very scary card. It does represent anxiety, depression, sleepless nights, overthinking, fear, nightmares, paranoia, negativity, isolation and despair. And it's clarified by the King of Swords. So the Nine of Swords tells you that you've been really stressing about this situation. You've been all in your head. You've perhaps been having sleepless nights about which option you should be choosing. What's the best option? But just remember that the best option is always the one you choose. You never pick wrong. This is the real lesson of life. No regrets. But also the options and paths that you choose were the right ones because they were the ones you chose. They were the ones you chose with all the information at the time and making the best decision you could at that time. The Nine of Swords does tell us, though, that doing nothing is not an option. Drastic change is required. Quit trying and move on. But do remain positive and look to the future. So don't dwell on the past. What's been is been. What do they say? The past is a foreign country. You can't go back. So just move on and remain positive. Now, the Nine of Swords is clarified by the King of Swords. And you can see that this king is very, very wise. He is very, very intelligent as well. And he represents genius and power. So there are powerful people on your side. And it's a card telling you to fight for what is right. It's saying that there will be logical conclusions to this situation that will bring you long-term results. It's also the time that you might want to seek out valuable advice. So do seek legal advice or professional advice, medical advice, because, we have to accept our limitations. Lawyers and doctors do have a breadth of knowledge and access to different professions where they can help us. The King of Swords also tells you that you're at the top of your game at the moment. So this worrying has been for nothing, as you are at the top of your game. But you need to choose to move forward. And then so we do have the Knight of Swords. Let me try and show you that. Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck for the first deck. The Knight of Swords is ambitious, fast-thinking, success-driven, assertive, direct, impatient, intellectual, daring, focused, perfectionist. Now just remember that bell chime or that text chime could be a message that's coming in. So the Knights represents proposals again. They're swift action. They're actually action taking place. But the Knight of Swords means things are coming in very fast. So this solution is going to come in very quickly, and it's likely to resolve any issues or problems. If it's been a medical issue that you've been worrying about, then the Knight of Swords says that the swift action, you're going to find the right doctors or medical solution and take that up very quickly. Hopefully you don't end up in an emergency situation, and that's why. But I know in New Zealand, we won't go into how bad our hospital system has become, but I do know that you get more options if you go into the A&E with issues that you've been suffering with for a while. If they are chronic, if they're suddenly debilitating one day, they can access some of the machines and equipment. We don't have that many machines and equipment in New Zealand. We don't have them in every clinic like you do in the States. Lucky you guys. Although you do have to pay for them, so that's not it's not quite as fortunate for everyone. But we literally don't have machines like MRIs. They just don't exist in New Zealand. I think there might be one MRI in one of the hospitals in Auckland, but they certainly don't have them in all the big hospitals around the country. But they do have CT machines dotted around the country in some of the bigger hospitals. And I know I was discussing with a friend, and she had to wait months and months and months for a CT scan. But I ended up at hospital one day a few years ago with an issue that was being chronic, and it was really debilitating. And I was offered a CT scan then and there. So just remember that solution. Now this this example was just my example, could be to whatever is your situation, your problem that you've got at hand. The solution could come in swift and fast like that. Oh, by the way, I was actually fine. Just needed antibiotics. But you know, the solutions can come in very, very fast and thing. Now, we have the King of Cups, King of Hearts, clarifying the, at the bottom of the deck for the clarifiers. So this King of Cups, it's funny, some of the images of these people look like they're in drag. I don't know why he looks like he's in drag. Let me pull the card closer. But it's very, just the face. It's a male face, but it looks like it's been made up with makeup. I mean, he's kind of wearing a dress, but it looks like a medieval outfit, so that's no problem. A medieval warrior outfit or gladiator outfit. But a lot of the faces are very funny, are very unusual. Perhaps it means something to you. Men in makeup. But there's a big heart. And there's diamonds. There's diamonds and crystals. So there's money coming into you guys this week. The King of Cups is emotional maturity. Oh, so the Six of Swords has sprung up into our reading. So keep your emotional maturity about you with this situation. As you are respected and an admired leader in the situation. I mean, it could represent a secure relationship. And we do have this here. So I will tell you that the Hierophant and the Lovers together could mean that you're having, could be marriage. Marriage is on the cards for you. Perhaps it's been a difficult situation with the Nine of Swords. Perhaps not everyone's agreed with your match. But the solution is going to come in fast. So you guys are going to decide quickly to get married and rush off. Your knighting shining armor is rushing towards you. And you're going to rush off and find the solution that suits you best. But anyway, we'll get back to the main situation at hand. There is a problem that you've been having to deal with. But the King of Cups tells you that ultimately the perfect solution will be on the cards for this week. And then the Six of Swords, by virtue of being the card underneath the King of Cups, has popped into our reading. So I will read it, putting the King of Cups slightly out of the picture. The Six of Swords is moving on from choppy waters, moving on to calm shores. There is light at the end of the tunnel. See that bird flying in, representing peace? There will be a peaceful resolution to this situation. It could be, and again, there's someone, the person depicted on this card, there's two people, and one is sort of cradling someone who doesn't look particularly well. So it could be this medical issue that's been causing problems. But just letting you know that there will be a peaceful resolution to this issue if you take action. Take action and move on from the situation. And underneath that is the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is success. And 2 sixes in a reading is a very, very good omen. It's a very good, successful omen, bringing you a lot of luck and happiness. So there we have it. That's what's on the cards for you this week. I hope you've enjoyed the reading. Thank you for spending your time with me. I really do appreciate it. I do call it an energy exchange, whereby you help me to help you, as helping my channel to grow helps me bring these readings to you on a regular basis. If you did like this reading, remember to like, share and subscribe. And have a good week. We'll see you next time.